how to make an ex regain interest and also how to make them reach out to you, perhaps as they once did. My name is Coach Adrian. I am joined by the one and only Coach Alex. How are you, good sir?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much.
Very excited to tackle this very important question. And what we realized was that a lot of you were asking us a variation of this question on our different social media handles, as well as those of you that are interacting with our podcast. We realize that many people want to feel as if they are in that same dynamic that they were once in with this person that they love. But as you know, after a breakup, it is quite common to feel like you don't recognize your ex. It is a completely different person. They are not as warm. They are not as engaged. And so a lot of times people are thrown off and they don't know what to do. And so in this episode, we really wanted to take a deep dive and provide you with clarity, with context, and also with actionable items, steps that you can take to feel like your ex is chasing you again, or at least that they're investing in the process of rebuilding a new relationship. Coach Alex, I know that you have quite a bit of experience with this question. And perhaps a good place to start would be to try to understand why. Why does an ex not reach out like they once did? Why are they not as invested? So that we can start to think about then what we can do to turn things around.
Yeah, this is a very important question because when we can understand the situation, we almost have the solution, right? It is easier to manage the emotions. It is easier also to feel confident and to visualize what could be the next action. Before I answer the question, Coach Adrian, I want to say something. I have a very specific philosophy. If you watch Love Advice TV, if you watch our videos, if you come to our live masterclass, you will understand that I love the balance of power and this idea of the push and pull, which is for me very important when you want to regain some interest from your ex. And I will explain to you that this is not doing games. This is not losing yourself. This is not something that would be childish. It's actually the opposite. Now comes the why. What's happening and why your ex is not reaching out to you. There is two main reasons. Number one, when we make the decision that we want to break up or that we don't want to come back, it is easier for us because we are in control of the situation. It is our decision. So we seem to be stronger. And you are facing this decision. So of course you have a lot of emotions, you don't know how to react, and you're trying to do good. So what will happen at this moment? You will do things. So you will act, you will beg, you will chase your ex. And unfortunately, this is not something that will lead you to a positive outcome. Reason number two, and I really want you to judge this one. When we make a decision, and I think, Coach Adrian, you have seen that as well in your practice. When someone makes the decision to break up or to not come back, because sometimes I see people, they ask for the breakup, they want to make their ex realize something, but their ex is still distant. So if your ex is not coming back to you, they will have this social decision. They have to show everyone that they made the right decision. So even if they want to reach out to you, even if they love you, even if they look at your social media, they will try to basically not do the first step. So that is why you will find that your ex is so different. Your ex is so, arrogant sometimes, is so cutting the conversation because they have their social decision that they need to make sure everyone is not seeing them as weak. And we will use some techniques, but before that, I want to get your insight of why do the ex will stay distant and not be in the same conversation, communication that in the past, Coach Adrian.
I think you really hit the nail on the head. What I see based on experience, one of the most common reasons why an ex is different and doesn't take that first step is because you're not giving them the time and space to do so. So you're impatient, you are afraid that you've lost them, you're afraid that they may be seeing someone else or already in a new relationship. You really miss them, you're seeking their validation, and so you reach out. And sometimes you do so in a way that's not really thought out. It's emotional, it's impulsive, it is coming from a place of fear. And so in the worst case scenarios, when it's begging and pleading and negotiating, all that you're doing is annoying them, really. And they feel at that point that they have to be more cold, more distant, more negative to try to send you the message that they need space, that it's over, that they are not interested. And unfortunately, that leads to a vicious cycle where the more negative they are, the more you lean in, the more you try to get their, reassurance. And before you know it, you have exponentially made this process more difficult for yourself, and they are even less likely to want to reach out to you. This is what I see. Coach Alex also hits the nail on the head when he talks about the fact that, in essence, the person that is breaking up sometimes has been internalizing this decision for weeks, sometimes months, and in some relationships, even sometimes years. And so the breakup, in essence, for them marks a new beginning, something that they've been really thinking about for a long time. And now they're ready to act on this newfound freedom and independence. And they're, in essence, trying to explore what this new beginning is like for them without you. So their first instinct is not to communicate with you or not to be sending you positive signals, because they want to explore what is on the other side of the fence. Whereas for the person that is being broken up with, you're caught off guard. The rug is swept from underneath your feet, and all this processing that your ex perhaps has been doing for days, weeks, or months, or even years, you are only starting that process now. And so it creates an imbalance. And they have a lot more control over the balance of power as a result of that. And you may come off as, broken and needy and desperate compared to someone who seems sure about what they want. Of course, we know as coaches that you may feel like you're sure about something only to realize that things are not so clear, or that you perhaps did not consider other elements of the relationship that are very important. But in a nutshell, it is important for you to create the right environment and the right dynamic to motivate them to reach out to you and to make them want to stay connected to you. And oftentimes in our approach and in our philosophy, we really encourage you to focus on the things that you can control in order to maximize that outcome, in order to make sure that they are the ones to reach out. And in the past few weeks, every single coaching sessions that I've had with clients, because you know that we spend most of our days in private sessions with clients, I have constantly reminded them of one thing. You will not convince your ex to take you back through words or by guilt tripping them. They need to feel like it is their decision to want to be with you. And so what you should be focused on really is positioning yourself in a way where they can pursue you, not you pursuing them or convincing them of something. And unfortunately, most of the people who are asking about how to make an ex regain interest, how to make them reach out, are not in this mindset of focusing on rebuilding yourself so that they want to be with you.
That is very important what you mentioned, Coach Adrian. And I want you to listen again to this part. Either you're on YouTube, you're on podcast platform, you need to listen to what Coach Adrian is telling you, because our main focus at Love Advice TV, with my ex again, is really to help you get control and get clarity. So the more you can change, the more you can be positive, the best it will be for you, because your ex will look at you differently. And something that I teach the people I coach, and I never talk about it in any videos. So I really want you to listen carefully. We have to understand that if you want to regain attention, if you want to regain love from your ex, we need to be on the same kind of conversation, communication. What does it mean exactly? Your ex wants to move forward. Your ex, as you mentioned, wants to explore what is on the other side of the fence. Doesn't mean a new relationship. It's just different habits, different actions, experiencing life. You are focused on the past. You want to fix the past when your ex is looking at tomorrow. So what we do in coaching practice is analyzing your ex personality, analyzing your ex words, analyzing your ex mindset, philosophy of life, and we need to do the same things. We need to use the same words. We need to show that we are moving in the same direction, because that's when your ex will stop being angry. That's when your ex will stop thinking about the future. And that's when your ex will listen to you. Mm-hmm. So it's called coherence communication. That's what I teach people, because when you talk the same way, there is no more arguments. There is no more negativity. And Coach Edwin, I want to have your insight on that. But I feel that if we want to regain attention, we need to be on the same page. We need to have the same energy, in a sense. It cannot be a fight like, hey, I told you, look what we have done, but we loved each other. Remember, we went to the Jamaica together. This is great, but this will not lead to the breakup recovery most of the time.
100%. And this is connected to this concept that I share in every coaching session as well, is that we cannot stand in the way of what our ex perceives that they need. If your ex feels that they need space, you cannot try to convince them otherwise. You cannot try to position yourself as someone who is not giving them that space, who is not supporting their dreams, their goals, their aspirations. You need to be coherent, like Coach Alex talks about, and you need to position yourself as someone who is supporting what they perceive they need. And at times you may feel confused by that. You may say, okay, but my ex is trying to move on. I don't want to move on. I want to be together. I understand. But if you are coming in the way of them experiencing or feeling like they need to explore those new found freedoms, they're going to resent you. They're going to be negative. They're not going to want to hang out with you. They're not going to want to communicate with you. But if you show that you're supportive, that you're also growing, that you're also excited about the future, then there's nothing to fight about. There's nothing to argue about. And your ex can start to see you as someone that they can be happy with, someone that they can grow with, someone that can inspire them, someone that they want to talk to learn, and to experience new, exciting, uplifting things. And so this concept is very, very, very important. And I find that, unfortunately, most people are not able to apply it in their day-to-day.
Yes. And you know why, Coach Adrian? It's because you think that you will not be able to get your ex back. You know, I was coaching an amazing woman. She met this guy. They were together for a couple of years, and he started to become a little bit distant, right? And he started to tell her that he's not in love anymore with her. So she's tried to understand what to do. And she told me all the time, Alex, what if it tells me that he's with someone else? What if it tells me that he met another woman and that he's in love with her? So she is able to see the negative outcome. She is able to visualize the worst. At the end of the coaching session, I told her, look, let's try to look at the positive way. What happens if after these 10 days or 2 weeks of distance, you have a message from this guy, because he was messaging her every week? What if he comes to you, he sends you a message, and he sees that your reaction and your energy is not the same? What could happen in this case? She immediately understood that she will be in control. So what's happening now, guys? You need to tell us in the comments, what could be the best positive outcome by following our advice? What will make your ex trust you again? How can make your ex just feel attracted towards you? Because if you can visualize the negative, look at the positive. because we only need one positive actions to change the dynamic. It's very difficult when we are in the breakup recovery process because we have to control the emotions.
Right.
We are facing the wall, we are facing no, we are facing an ex that is distant that you can't recognize. But we only need one good actions to change the dynamic. But what if you can't visualize that? You stay in your negativity and you don't have the right mindset, as Coach Adrian was mentioning.
This is exactly what I was going to say. Your mindset is the key element to this question and to your overall success in breakup recovery. And if you are in a negative mindset, if you're in a desperate mindset, if you're in a fearful mindset, it doesn't matter what we tell you, it doesn't matter what you do, you're going to keep pushing your ex away. If you are in a positive mindset, if you are able to understand the advice, the philosophy, if you start to believe in yourself again and to rebuild yourself because you've lost yourself during this relationship or during this breakup, magical things will happen. I was coaching this one man who was in a tough place. When he first reached out to me, it was a last gasp effort. He just wanted to hear that it's over so he could let it go. And to his surprise, I told him definitely not. There are still so many actions, so many things that we need to do before you can know for sure that you've done everything that you could to make it work. And we worked on his mindset. And to his credit, he was able to really completely turn his mindset around. And after a few weeks, we had a follow-up session, and he was telling me exes from my past, people that I haven't spoken to for weeks, are calling me left and right. Even my ex is starting to check my social media activity again, engaging with my stories, when I never thought this would happen. And he now understands the direct link between his mindset, the steps that he can take to rebuild himself, and the impact that this will have on how his ex or others perceive a potential relationship with him, because he's inspiring again. So even if you are blocked, even if you are not communicating with your ex, even if there's no way for them to see your change, I don't care. You need to lay the foundation in order to have a chance, in order for you to be able to ultimately seize the opportunity when it comes. And that is what I want you to be thinking about, not just how to get my ex to reach out by, doing this small action or this manipulative trick so that, they're angry and they reach out to me. No, let's lay the foundation for a healthy relationship, one that is sustainable over time, and let's inspire your ex the right way so that you can be in a healthy, happy relationship moving forward.
And you will find the results in this strategy, in this methodology, in this concept that we are sharing with you. I would love for you to go further if you want. We have, just in the description right below, attached links to some private training that we are doing. So it could be a live training. It could be also some videos that we have done. So it's very important for us to share our philosophy to you and to teach you how to regain control, how to regain interest, how to make your ex want you back, but not for the past relationship, for something new, just to open a new page. So remember that you have a lot of free resources in the description box below. We also need your support, so a 5-star review on the favorite podcast platform. If you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are just giving you more content about self-development, breaking up, and how to make your ex want you again. This is our philosophy. If you have any question, make sure that you leave a comment. The last thing I wanted to share to you guys, when you want to regain interest from your ex, you need to use everything that is possible. Like, you need to use every tool. I love the idea that you would change pictures, change the way you dress. I love the idea that you would go out on spot that you have never been to. Even if you had project with your ex and so you want to do them, I feel that will be something where you can show that you're moving forward. So don't put these options on the side. try to do as much as you can, but for yourself, so you can feel proud. Because I see so many people in coaching session. Do you go to the gym? No. Did you change your diet? No. Did you change the way you enjoy your weekends? No. So if you don't change your life, your ex can't find the surprise. And the surprise is the essence of my philosophy in the push and pull. That's why I talk about it in the description box in the free videos. But I want you to know that you need to use all of these tools.
What Coach Alex is saying is so key. I know many of you watch videos and you feel like it's helping you understand what needs to happen. And it gives you also a sense of comfort. That's good. But true understanding needs to lead to action. If your understanding does not lead to new actions, you haven't really understood. And those changes are necessary to offer something new. It's just that simple. If you keep doing the same things you've been doing, you're not going to have different results. So, this content, our approach, is meant to spur action. And even if you're going to make mistakes, it's okay. But the point is to build new habits in order to offer something new and for you to have no regrets.
So it's time for you to act, guys. We are here in the comments. Ask us any question. You can come on withmyexagain.com/coaching if you want to book a private session where we can talk to each other, understanding your ex psychology, your psychology, and where we can tell you exactly, okay, this is the next steps you need to do right now. And remember that you have a lot of resources just right below in the description. But we also want you part of the Love Advice TV community. And you can follow us on every social media platform. Thank you, Coach Edwy.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
I will see you soon. We will see you soon, guys, for a new video. We are eager to hear your ideas and what kind of title you want us to do for the podcast, for the videos. So just have to leave a comment just right here. I see you soon. Bye, guys.
Keep fighting the good fight, dear friends. And thank you. And let's do this again very soon.
Yes.